Hello everyone, welcome back to Key Comics Market Watch. I'm happy to have y'all back for another haul video once again. And as always, I have been on constant hunt for back issues. Haven't been doing new releases anymore on Wednesdays because I just look at it like this. I was spending 60, 70, 50 bucks every Wednesday, and I'm like, man, for that price, and only getting maybe about this stack of this much books, and I'm just like, for that much money, I could just go on a hunt for back issues, key issues that I know are worth more in the long run. So, and I could wind up getting them for less. So I give you a prime example. I got this big stack right here, as you can see right there, for $41.34 with tax. But without tax, it would have been $39. So I got 39 books, and very happy to pay a dollar for each book. Also, I got this on the 7th of January. So this is, got this like, what, a week and a half ago, something like that. So it's, like I said, I'm so far behind on so many books that I've done picked up. I even picked up some new books recently, and I ran into a fellow YouTuber, Keeping It Thorough Comics. Shout out to Keep It Thorough Comics. Definitely had a great time hunting with him and just kicking the bobo and just talking comics. And definitely you might see me do a collabo with him definitely in the future. Hopefully either on my platform or his platform. But if you're not subbed to Keeping It Thorough Comics, go check him out. Definitely he does auctions and stuff, so check out his auctions and definitely support a fellow YouTuber and fellow comic collector. So definitely was happy to see another fellow comic YouTuber in the area. So don't run into many, but very happy to run into him. Also solo. So also want to give big shout outs to my donators. I have two donators. Daryl Radliff, which is a regular donator. I have to say big up to him. He donates all the time. Also, he was also in town. I didn't get a chance to catch up to him when he was in town. I wish I would have known he was in town. I definitely would have tried to link up with him. But definitely just a big supporter, and I appreciate him. He's constantly donated $10, $20 every time. So definitely want to say big shout out to him. And Ruben Carlio. Sorry if I'm saying your last name wrong, but he donated $10 last month, and I didn't get a chance to shout him out. And I definitely thank you for the $10 and for the support. So as always, I ask you not to skip the skippable ads. If the reason why I ask you not to skip the skippable ads is because since I'm a small channel, every ad counts, and when you skip the ads, I don't get the ad revenue. Now, if you want to still support and skip the ads, you can always go to my Cash App, and that's the handle right there, and you can donate whatever you want. Like I've said in the past, I have almost 2,000. I have over 2,000 subscribers. Like I said, if everyone just donated a dollar, even if only 1,000 of my subscribers donate a dollar each, that's $1,000 right there, and a dollar won't hurt no one. You know what I'm saying? But it'll add up because I have so many subscribers. So the power of numbers. You know what I'm saying? So if everyone just donate a dollar, go to the Cash App, donate a dollar, it'll make a huge difference, and I will definitely be able to start getting better stuff. Like I'm trying to get me a microphone. I saw a Yeti that I was gonna get. It was like $129. I know I could probably get it cheaper somewhere else, but definitely I was thinking about getting it the other day. But then, finances kind of, when you have 5 kids, it's kind of difficult to just spend the way you want to spend. So I definitely gotta say, definitely if everyone could just donate a dollar, man, it'll make a difference. Like I said, if only half of my subscribers donate a dollar, that'd be $1,000. So go to the Cash App, check it out. If you're scared of Cash App and never use Cash App, download the app to your phone. Use this code right here for in the promo thing, and you'll get $5 automatically for free. and they'll give me $5. So you'll be able to help out that way too. You'll get $5 for free. I get $5 for free. So that's another way of doing it. And Cash App is safer than PayPal. It's owned by Square. Square is on the New York Stock Exchange. It's a multi-billion-dollar company. You don't have to worry about your money being stolen or anything. Trust me, it's better than PayPal. It's when you send me money and I get the money to cash out, I don't pay no fees, and you don't pay no fee to send it. And you don't have to be a friend and family thing like with eBay. So it's great. Like I love it because of the convenience of me not having to pay a fee to get the money, and for me not to have to pay a fee when I send money. So it's just free all the way around, and it's great. So check out Cash App definitely. I'm not sponsored by Cash App, but I'm just telling you because Cash App is the way I use my payments, and whenever I do an auction, I use Cash App as payment. I don't use PayPal. PayPal to me is a relic. It's old. It's time to get with the times. Just like to me, eBay is like remember MySpace? You know what I'm saying? MySpace, and then when when Facebook came out, you know, to me that's PayPal is MySpace. You know what I'm saying? And to me, you know, Cash App is like Instagram. You know, it's more newer. It's better. You know what I'm saying? So definitely. I mean, if you guys use PayPal, you know, it's cool. I mean, but I'm telling you, you need to get with the times. I understand you don't like change, but get with the times. Cause PayPal is a relic. You shouldn't have to pay to get your money, and you should have to pay a fee to send money or any of that without them being friends or family. You know, just a stranger. So yeah, definitely go the way of Cash App. Definitely. So thank you everyone that's donated, and definitely everyone that's been supportive of my channel. I appreciate y'all. Like always, I definitely gotta give a shout out to my no skip ad crew. You guys are very appreciated. So thank you guys. I have to definitely say you guys are the best. Definitely. So yeah, and I have to just give you a yes. Thank you guys. Thank you. All right, so and for my donators also. So let's get started with this haul. All right, so the first book I got is G.I. Joe number 31. This is the first appearance of Spirits. This book normally is an $8 book, 8 to 10. So I was happy to find it. Now, the only problem with this one, it has a little spine tick right there in the middle. You see it right there, the breaks color. Right there. See it? So was bummed out about that, but you know, it is what it is. But for $1, I just couldn't leave it there. In fact, they had some other key early issues, but they were really messed up. Someone just put in the box and just, oh my God, destroyed them. But anyways, let's continue. We got G.I. Joe number 32. Now, this is the first appearance of Blowtorch, first appearance of Lady J, and first appearance of Ripcord. Now, this issue right here is normally a $10 to $15 book. Easy. Three major appearances. All right, then we got issue number 35, which is just no first appearances, but just an early issue. This book normally goes for about $10. Happy about that. Issue number 45, another just spectacular Mike Zeck cover. Oh my God, I love it. With Zartan in the back. This book right here is normally a $10 book also. All right, we got issue number 47, another non-key issue, but another awesome Mike Zeck cover. Mike Zeck was doing such amazing covers during this time. I mean, he was killing it. He did Marvel Secret Wars. He was doing the G.I. Joes. I mean, he was just killing it. I gotta give it to Mike Zeck. It was a great honor to meet him at Baltimore Comic Con 2 years ago. I didn't get a chance to get him to sign anything because I was just so on the everywhere. You know what I'm saying, you guys. So, but very happy to finally meet him. Great guy. So G.I. Joe number 48, and this is the first appearance of Sergeant Slaughter. Another great Mike Zeck cover right there. And this book normally is about a $15 book. And Sergeant Slaughter, you know who he is. originally was a wrestler for WWF, so it was great. When he became a GI Joe, it was kind of crazy, but they had him in the cartoon and stuff. So yeah. All right, so the next book I got is from Image Comics. It's called The Seventh Shrine. All right. That's my daughter looking crazy with her hair.
Yeah, I got it beside.
Oh, and by the way, I almost forgot. Oh my gosh. This video is not intended for kids. So this video is for 18 and above. Okay? All right. Bye, Moon.
Bye-bye.
Love you. Alright, now this book right here is pretty thick. It's a pretty thick book, by the way, you guys. You see, this is about a 9.8 candidate. It only goes for about $10, but I grabbed it because it definitely was a 9.8 candidate. And I don't have this issue. This issue number is number 1. So definitely was happy to get it. And in fact, it's based off some novels, I think. I don't know, but if it's issue number 1 and I don't got it, I'm gonna grab it, especially for $1. Okay. All right, then we got Living in Infamy number 1. I remember when I used to have this. I actually bought this when it first came out. My local LCS at the time, I had it where he basically put all my books as soon as Wednesday, like Tuesday night came, when they got the new releases for Wednesday, he'll put my stuff to the side because he'll pick out the best. He'll pick out none but 9.8s and above for me because he knew how I like them, and I spent a lot of money during that time on new releases. So he would actually put mine to the side, pick them out, put them to the side. He also would take mostly all the variants out and put them to the side for me because I would basically pick up all the variants. But variants at the time weren't crazy like they are now. Like back then, you might have one variant, that's it, or maybe 2 at the most. But now it's like one issue will come out in 5 different variants or 10 different variants. It's just crazy now. Like, but back then I had him put the variants aside because I picked up most of them. He put them to the side. I'll look, see which ones I want, and then I usually have first pickings basically because like I said, I was spending so much money there. Like I was probably his best customer. Like I could say every Wednesday I go in there and I probably spend like 300, 400, 500, like easy. Like, but I was making a lot of money back then. I was making like $250,000 a year during that time. So it was nothing to spend that type of money, and I was just going crazy with it. I can honestly say that like it's crazy what I was spending on new releases back then. And that was probably my favorite LCS of all time because of the fact that the owner, me and him had a one-on-one real good relationship, and he definitely looked out for me because he knew that I was his best customer. Like he made sure he looked out for me. So I got the best of everything, like I said. So it was great. It was just a great time to be a collector during that time. All right, so the next one I got, but besides that, I got off topic, you guys. But he recommended me this book because it wasn't on my pull when it came out. He just told me, man, you should get it. It's a good story, and he read it and he said it was a great story. So he definitely suggested it to me, and I wound up reading it. And it was a pretty good story. I definitely would suggest that if you ever get a chance, definitely pick up this book. It is a great story, and I sold it with my last collection that I had, so I don't have it anymore. So to be able to get it again for $1 was great. All right. All right, you guys. So the next book I got is America's Got Powers, number 1. I don't know anything about this book, but it's an image and it's a number 1, so I picked it up. Hopefully in the future they do something. I don't know. Same thing with this book. I didn't know anything about this, but it's a number 1. It's by Virgin Comics. It's called Walk-In, issue number 1. Now this actually, if I remember correctly, might be option. Maybe, I think. Not 100% sure, but just grabbed it for $1. Why not? And this is a $5 book normally. Fight for Tomorrow, issue number 1 for Vertigo Comics. Don't know much about this one either. Just know that it goes for about $5. It doesn't go for a lot. I also picked up this Real Heroes number 1 by Brian Hitch from Image Comics. Also, what's crazy is I had recently bought a collection 5 short boxes for $90. Haven't had a chance to show that off yet, but it's in my storage unit, and I actually went through it just the other day. And remember, I bought this about a week and a half ago, this whole collection. But I went in my storage unit the other day, and I just so happened to want to go through those 5 boxes again just to remember what was in those 5 boxes. And this was already in there. So I was just like, oh, I already got it. So now I got another one, and this book doesn't really go for much. So I'm like, I could have used that dollar for a different book. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But if they do something with it, at least I got 2 copies, right? You guys, you gotta look at it both ways, good and bad. You know, so and it's crazy because you can buy collections and forget what you have. Like I literally forgot that I even had this in those 5 boxes. Like so that's why I like to sometimes when I buy something, I'll like after a couple of months have gone past, I'll just start going through my boxes again, just to remember, just to see what I have because sometimes I forget what I have because I got over 20,000 books, so it's hard to remember everything you get. And also when you buy collections and I don't get a chance to make a video of it, it really makes me forget what was in that collection because when I have the videos and I made the videos, it helps me remember. Because sometimes every now and then I'll go through my own videos just so I can remember what I had. You know what I'm saying? So I'll look at some of my old videos just to see what was my collecting style last year or the year before, and what I was looking for back then compared to what I'm looking for now. So I just do that every now and then just to do it. But anyways, but that's why I also tell you guys, if you can, go look at my old videos because you never know what I picked up back then that could be pertaining to now. Because sometimes when I look at those old videos, I'm like, man, you know, that book wasn't hot when I got it, and now it's hot. Like it's one of those books that's hot now, and I'm like, man, I was really early to the party with it back then, you know. So it was just great to see that you know, I like the fact that I'm kind of ahead of the parties most of the time. I'm not just one of those that once I find out something hot, I'm looking for it. I'm usually just looking for stuff before it even gets hot. You know what I'm saying? I'm just picking up stuff as I go along, like so, because trying to get it while it's hot and it's going for a lot of money is not my style. I want to get it before it gets hot and before it starts going for a lot of money. That's my style. I want to get it early, you know. So I try to get stuff that nobody's even thinking about when it's cold. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to get it when it's hot. I want to get it when it's cold, ice cold at that. So like this one, I'm gonna tell you this one right here. It does go for a little bit of money, but I think this will definitely go up way more if they even hint at anything that happens with this at all. So right now is the perfect time to be picking this up. Okay, so it's Dakota North Investigations, issue number 1. Definitely a book that is very slept on. It's a $5 book. I've seen 9.8s go for like 75. So it's in to 100. 9.8, $75 to 100, depending what's going on with the market. But definitely a book that I suggest you pick up now while it's ice cold. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's thinking about it. Definitely a book you should pick up. So, all right, let me put this to the side, y'all. All right. Now, the next book I picked up, I don't know nothing about this one either, is Dark Horse Comics, Ether number 1. Don't know nothing about this book, but I was just like, it's an issue 1. I don't have it. 9.8 material. Gonna pick it up. Now, this is probably my 3rd copy of this book, but I'm gonna keep picking it up because I love the cover, and you know, it's something about this cover that I like, and I'm gonna just keep picking it up. So I just like it. It's Vamps number 1. It's from a limited series, a 6-issue limited series, and I just like it. I don't know. It's something about it. It's not the best. That you know the best artwork in the world, but it's something about it that I just like. I can't. And every time I see it, it's like I have a battle within myself of whether to get it or not. I'm like, I know I already have plenty of copies, so do I really need to grab another copy? And my inner self always says, yes, take it. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's a 9.8 candidate. Yes, take that book. And I do. And like I said, it's not a pricey book at all. Normally you can get this. book is normally like a $3, $4, $5 book. That's it. Like, and you can always find it in the dollar bins all the time. But like I said, it just calls me. It calls me. So just had to grab it. Now this book right here, I've never had. Joe the Barbarian #1. Had to pick that up. And what was funny was that in between this book was this little book. And I was like, somebody must have stuck it in there. And I didn't know it was, in a bag of boards, so I didn't realize it until I took the book. Because I took it out to see if it was a first printing, because I don't know nothing about this book. I just know it's an issue 1. So I wanted to look on the inside, make sure it was a first printing, and I wanted to just glance through it and see what it's about. And it just so happens inside of the book was this Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice issue number 4 of 4. It's like a little mini book. And I think it came out of a cereal box. And it was during the promotion of Batman vs Superman movie. So, and it's still in the original plastic, thing that it came in. So I was like, okay, well, got a little free little mini thing, and it goes for about $5 online. So I'm like, can't beat that. You know what I'm saying? Now, me and Keeping the Thorough Comics was just having a conversation about Batman versus Superman, because he said his favorite character is Batman, right? And I had to just, I had to tell him how I felt about that whole situation. About, I understand Batman, his intelligence, and he's able to do a lot of things, and he's able to put plans in place to be able to beat people that normally he shouldn't be able to beat. But at the same time, I feel like sometimes they just take it overboard, because realistically, let's be real about this. Like I was telling him, like, if Batman versus Superman was ever to, like, if it was something that was real, there's no way that Batman would even have a chance. Even if he had kryptonite, he wouldn't stand a chance, because of the fact we're talking about a person that Superman has speed that's faster than light. Like, this man could literally race the flat. Like, think about it. Before Batman could even do anything, like within a split of a second, Superman has already, Superman could basically hit him with the eye beams and kill him, like, instantly. Like, he could do it from a distance. He don't even have to be close to him. Like, Superman could fly off into the air where Batman can't fly. He on the ground, and he could shoot him with his eye beams from way up high and kill Superman within a blink of a second, before Batman even has a chance to even dodge it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how fast Superman is. Like, the speed alone is crazy. Like, there's no way that Batman could even react in time, because he's just a human. You know what I'm saying? It's just not realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not. I don't care what anybody say. It's no way he could beat. It shouldn't even be a Batman versus Superman, because no way that he could versus this dude that's on another level. Like, Superman could basically, if he wanted to, he could see from far away, number one, so he could see if Batman had some kryptonite on him or whatever he had, and he could literally, like, pick up a truck or he could pick up a whole building and just throw it at Batman from 100 miles away. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of power we talk about. Like, what's he gonna do? Evade a whole building? Dodge a building? Let's be real about this. Like, Batman cannot even be on a level of versus someone like Superman. It's just not possible. It's just impossible. It's just not realistic. So when they made up this movie, the movie itself was gonna bomb anyway, because it's not realistic enough. You know what I'm saying? As far as, all this is make believe, but at the end of the day, even with the make believe, you have rules. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's rules to this. You know what I'm saying? So it's just not feasible. You know what I'm saying? It's just like saying that Spider-Man could beat the Hulk. Like, it's just not. It's no way ever with just Spider-Man's regular, like, unless he's enhanced on a whole nother level, there's no way he could ever beat the Hulk, ever. Like, even the minimal power Hulk, you know what I'm saying? Like, can Spider-Man ever beat him? No matter if Spider-Man dodges everything and keeps throwing shit at the Hulk and keep punching the Hulk and keeps, dodging, hitting, the Hulk would never ever get to the point where Spider-Man could beat him. Spider-Man is just not powerful enough. It's just not realistic. And not only that, not only is Spider-Man super fast, but so is the Hulk. He's super fast. So it's in his healing power is on another level than Spider-Man. Then he has way more just not just Bruce strength, but he's able to do things to Spider-Man that he would not be able to avoid. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's no way Spider-Man can ever beat the Hulk. It's just like there's no way Batman can ever beat Superman. It's just not feasible. And it's just ridiculous to even make a movie about something that's not even feasible. So that's why I didn't even bother to go see the movie. Because I'm just like, that's dumb. Like, Batman vs. Superman to me is just unrealistic. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying Batman ain't an awesome character, that he has plans and he could beat people normally he can't beat because of his intellect. I understand all that. Perfectly fine. But in the greater scheme of things, let's just be real about this. Like, it's just not possible. It's not going to happen. And to make a movie about it is just dumb to me. Like, it's dumb. If they ever made a movie, Spider-Man versus the Hulk, I wouldn't even go see that shit. Like, that would be dumb to me. Like, I'd be like, the whole movie's going to be basically Spider-Man trying to stay alive. That's basically what it's going to be because he's never going to beat the Hulk. He's just, I don't care what he does. He's never going to beat him. And not only that, Spider-Man is intelligent. He's super intelligent. But at the end of the day, he's not going to beat the Hulk. I don't care what nobody say. It's just not going to happen. So I'm not going to look at a movie about him fighting the Hulk. That's just dumb to me. Like, it's just dumb. Like, I'm sorry. It's just something I just can't do. So, but we had a good conversation about that. And I understood his point of view. Batman, he plans. I understand he plans. But when you look at the movie, I finally saw the movie on DVD. And when I saw it, I was just like, it's stupid. Like it just wasn't realistic. Like, I mean, they're not like you look at a movie like Justice League where you had the Flash running around and Superman was able to watch him as he goes around with his eye. Like that's how and caught Flash off guard because that's realistic. Even in the comics, both of them are like that fast. You know what I'm saying? So that was realistic. Now, so you're talking about someone that's super fast being able to see someone else that's super fast. Now you're talking about that was realistic, but then to have a human like Batman being able to even do any type of action towards Superman, the person that's super fast, and actually be able to connect or do it, like, let's be real. Like, he wouldn't even be able to connect on anything. Like, Superman be able to dodge it like this. Like, it would be like someone doing like this to him. You know what I'm saying? And he'll just be able to do like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, instantly. Like, the hell is you doing? Like, so that's all I'm saying. Like, it just wasn't realistic. So, and when I saw the movie, I was just like, no wonder this movie bombed. It just was dumb. It's a dumb premise. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just dumb. Like, it should have been something else. They should have made, what they should have did instead of making that movie was made the Wonder Woman movie and then made the Flash movie and then made Cyborg movie and made all the other characters movies and then made a Justice League movie and they should never have did a Batman versus. That's just dumb. The concept of it is stupid. So I know I'm raving on about it, but I'm sorry. It just thinking about it is just dumb to me. I'm sorry, and I just can't get off of it. But anyways, let's go on with the video. All right, so the next book I got was Strike Force Matura #1. Definitely a great series. I definitely recommend it to you guys. I had just recently picked up the last issue, which is super hard to find. It wasn't in 9.8 condition, but I still grabbed it because that last issue is just so hard to find. So if you see my recent videos, you saw that I picked the last issue up. So of course I had to pick up the first issue for $1. I'm always pick up issue #1 for $1. Excuse me, y'all, I got hiccups. All right, so and then I got the Surrogates #1. I don't know nothing about this, but I picked it up because it had it was signed. So definitely, I'm always pick up a signed copy for $1. Why not? And then and it's signed by the creator, Robert Vendetti. I guess that's how you say his name. And I picked up issue number 2 because it was there. I was like, oh, I might as well pick up issue number 2 for $1 also. Then I picked up this awesome Adam Hughes cover of Buffy, issue number 30. So definitely pick up any Adam Hughes covers for $1 always. Then I picked up, and this book normally is about a $10 book. I picked up the last issue of Air, and it's issue number 24. I remember when I picked up issue number 1 during that time when I was spending crazy money. In fact, I picked up 5 copies of issue 1 during that time. I was just picking up issue number 1s like crazy. Like I was getting multiple copies, but I don't have them no more. But happy to have the last issue. I also got the last issue of Scare Tactics number 12. And then I got Western Tales of Terror number 1. Now, this is a Tony Moore cover, and I picked it up just because it's a pretty thick book. And for $1, why not, you guys? And it's a 9.8 candidate. Why not, you know? Then I got this Cyberella, issue number 1 for $1. And they had the last issue, which was issue number 12. Alright, I had to pick up that last issue. Now, this is a book that I've been looking for a while. I have to say, I love House of Mystery. DC House of Mystery is always great. They have some of the best covers ever. Like, I love their covers, man. Like, this cover for issue number 1. Now, this is volume 2, by the way. Issue number 1, volume 2. This cover is sick. Sick. Now, the eyes are flies, as you can see. And this, it looked like hair, but it's actually like smoke that forms into hair. Like, it's a great cover, you guys. Now, the inside of the book, I have to tell you, is pretty good. There's a tale in there. The flies have something to do with the book, the inside of the book. I will tell you that. So I definitely suggest if you can find this book, number 1. I've been on the hunt for this for a while, you guys. Like, this is normally a $15 to a $20 book. It's very hard to find in the wild, and very hard to find it in 9.8 candidate. Definitely. I mean, so definitely if you find this book, you picked up a good book. Definitely suggest you get this issue number 1, man. I was happy when I found it. It's just an incredible cover, you guys. Just awesome, man. Look at them flies as the eyes. It's just a great cover. Love it. Oh, man. All right, and then I was happy to find this book also. It's the House of Mystery Halloween Annual number 2. This book right here is a hard to find book, and it's normally a $20 book. So, very happy to find this $20 book. Awesome cover. Then I got High Roads number 1 of 6, limited series. Picked it up just because of issue 1. Not really worth much, but hey, issue 1, you just never know. They might do something with High Roads in the future. Who knows? Just never know when it comes to this stuff. You gotta speculate, and sometimes it doesn't come into fruition until years later. So, but I'm a patient person and I'm a collector, so years go by like that, especially when you're hunting every day or every other day. All right, then you got Extreme X-Men issue number 6. Now, I've been looking for this issue for a minute, ever since I found out it was the first appearance of Lady Mastermind, which is the daughter of Mastermind. And Mastermind is a very interesting character, I will say that. His power is pretty amazing if you think about it. He was able to do some crazy stuff, especially with the Phoenix Saga. So definitely, they might do something with Lady Mastermind. They might never introduce her father. They might wind up just going straight to the daughter instead. You know what I'm saying? So this might be a book that might be worth a lot in the future. I don't know what the print run was on Extreme X-Men during the time. I don't think it was that popular. So never know what the print run was. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And also this Extreme X-Men number 5. This is the first appearance of Red Lotus. And Red Lotus was actually in the last X-Men movie. He's So definitely, never know, they might do something with them in the future with Marvel in control now. So definitely was happy to pick that book up also. Now this I don't know anything about, but it's by Jeff Lemire. So it's issue number 1 of Platonia, whatever. Um, there are some variant covers to this, if I remember correctly, but I think this is just a regular cover. And this book actually goes for about $10 to $15. So I was happy to get it for $1. Why not? You know. Now I was definitely happy to find Snot Girl number 1. This is normally a $10 book. Was happy to get it. I missed out on it when it first came out. I remember when it came out, and I just didn't grab it. Then come to find out, the book got kind of hot. So happy to get it. You know, get it for $1. And then I had to pick up issue number 2. Now there's the variant cover B of number 2, which goes for about $10. And then they also had issue number 3. So was happy to just pick up the 3 issues. I might sell it as a lot, or I might just keep it for a while until maybe something happens. You never know. Then I picked up Extremity number 1 for $1. Then missed out on this when it came out, so happy to get that. Now I got Magnus Robot Fighter number 62. This is a low print run book. This normally goes for about $10 to $15. It's the 3rd issue before the last issue. And they had issue number 63, also a low print run. Goes for about the same amount of money. And this is the 2nd to the last issue. So the last issue is the very next issue. I actually have the last issue. I picked that up maybe 4 months ago. It should be in one of my old haul videos. And then I was very happy to pick up this book. It's Babe number 1 of 4. It's a John Byrne cover. It doesn't go for a lot of money. It's normally a $5 to $10 book depending on the condition. But I just like this John Byrne cover. I really like it. John Byrne be killing it. So he's a legend. Legend, definitely. And I just have to say, nah, that's not it. Where is it at? There we go. I actually like that book, so happy to get this one. And then last but not least, I got Some Big Lumberjack issue number 1. I only got it because it was a signed copy by Tom Martin with the signature right there. This book doesn't go for a lot. It's usually a $5 to $10 book, but with the signature, just don't know. Just happy to get it, and that's it, you guys. It wasn't nothing too spectacular with this haul. I didn't get like a key that just blows your mind. But I have to say, let me go back to this right here. Where is it at? Where is it at? Oh no, I already put it away. Oh well, I think it's over here somewhere. Let me see. Oh yeah, here we go. But I have to say, this is probably the book that I'm most happiest I got. Because like I said, it's very hard to find this House of Mystery number 1. If you go on eBay right now, you'll see it's barely any copies on eBay for sale. Like it's maybe 5 or 6 copies, maybe. And they're all in different conditions. So definitely just such a hard book to find for issue 1, volume 2. The cover is just spectacular. I'm just loving how they... And like I said, if you read the book, you'll understand what the flies is all about. It's pretty gross, to tell you the truth. It's a nasty little story, which I'm just like, okay. When I read it, I was just like, oh man, this is disgusting, but at the same time, very intriguing. I will say that. So very happy to get it. Thank you everyone for coming to check out my video. And as always, if you're having a bad day, go read you a comic. And if you're still having a bad day after reading your first comic, read the next comic. And just read comics until you get into a better mood and you're in a whole better space and you're not thinking about the world. You're just loving the comic book stories that you're reading. And that will just definitely put you in a better place. So until next time, everyone, happy comic book hunting. The gems are out there to be found. Just keep hunting. There's always so many ways to hunt. Don't just rely on just eBay. You need to go to flea markets. You need to go to thrift stores. You need to go to pawn shops. You need to Facebook Marketplace. You got Get Upside, Get Up, what is it? Get Up, whatever it's called, the app. You got ooh, you just got so many things up. It's a lot of things out there. Craigslist, you got just Instagram. It's just a lot of things out there. Just go out there and look. You got LCSs, you got used bookstores. So definitely just you just gotta make them phone calls. Say, hey, do you have comics? Do you sell comics? And you'll be surprised. They might have them. Instead of having to go to the pawn, like you could just look up all the pawn shops in your area and call them and be like, hey, do you have comics? Do you sell comics? Or call all your used bookstores in the area and be like, hey, do you sell comics? And they'll tell you, and then you just go. You know what I'm saying? That way you don't have to drive and you get there and there's nothing there. It's a waste of time. I also forgot about what's it called? What's the name of them zones called? Second and Charles. Also, you got Second and Charles. I mean, there's just so many ways to get books, but definitely be on the hunt, everyone. I know this video is long enough, and I thank everyone for continuing to bless me with your presence. And until next time, and also just want to say one more thing. Man, that Mortibus video, that trailer video, Sinister 6 is coming, you guys. It was great to see the Vulture at the end of that trailer, so can't wait for that. Definitely looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to, the Harley Quinn, the Birds of Prey. I like that trailer they just put out also. I'm definitely excited to go see that. It's just a lot of great movies about to come out. Black Widow. Oh man, it's gonna be a great year. I can already see we're gonna get some great movies. It's gonna be a great year, you guys. So peace, everyone.